my YouTube channel, and in today's much demanded video we are going to cover how was my experience at LSE, and I am also going to answer a few questions that people dropped in about LSE and my experience at LSE. So let's get right into it. That I received a lot, and people just kept asking me all around campus was how was my experience, and I told all of them, oh yeah, it was amazing, it was awesome, and this and that. But like detailed experience, if I say in terms of faculty, it was amazing. Amazing in the sense that faculty there is very understanding. So faculty there is very amazing and it's very helpful. So basically I connected with faculty who was also not like the faculty of my course, because I wanted guidance on certain topics which were my research areas. And best part is that they have an entire database of their faculty online, so you can just search what faculty you want to connect with and you can write emails to them like I did. So make the most of your opportunity. And so I met them, and so I discussed my research interests with them, and they were very keen about it. Like, they just didn't treat that, I'm some summer school student and they were not helpful or something like that. Like, in that way it was very nice. And so there you have 2 classes in one day in the summer school, wherein you have 3 hours lecture, which is actually a pretty long time. But after that you have a 1.5-hour class for which attendance is taken, and if you have to appear for the exam, attendance, you have to have minimum 70% attendance. So basically in the class you revise all the concepts that you studied in the lecture. So it's a 3-hour lecture and 1.5-hour class in which you revise all the concepts. So even if some days like you want to miss out on the lecture, you can do that, like I also did that. And you can just go directly to the class and like they revises all the concepts. Other than that, of course, the campus is something amazing. I went to like LSE, Oxford, Cambridge, all 3 of them to at least see the campus. And LSE was the most lively out of them because it's right in center of London and it's so beautiful. Everything is so reachable. I just used to go to like, river Thames like between my college, and I used to like wander around Holborn because it's situated in Holborn. I discovered new outlets and new shops and all of that because the area is so happening, and you just feel the entire London city vibe. Like, you just randomly walking on this road, and here you have like an LSE building, and then there an LSE building. So it just feels like, oh, you're just entering a corporate office and not like a university. So contrary to that, Oxford and Cambridge is very, it's very ancient and vintage, and it has its own beauty. But if you want that happening kind of like you want to experience the London life, then of course LSE is the place for you for your summer basically. um okay, coming to the next question. So how was the summer school according to study? As people say summer school are not for studies, this is a completely wrong notion, and I have come across this question so many times now. I'm so frustrated. I don't know how it works in other summer schools, because like in a lot of summer schools there are no exams and all that as well. But in my summer school at LSE, I had to submit one essay every weekend. So first weekend when I went, so we had school from Monday to Thursday, and on Friday I had to submit an essay, like a proper essay, so that I could see how their like marking scheme works. And then you submit another essay at the end of second week, and at the end of third week you sit for an exam. So it's definitely not like you're not studying, you are definitely studying. And in fact I had this pressure as well. Of course it is on you whether you want to appear for the exam or not. So if you don't want to appear for the exam, then of course you don't have any tension at all. Then you should not even go to the classes, because you need attendance only for the exam. And then of course it's pretty chill for you. But if you want to write the exam, then it's a pretty hectic course. Then you have to like be very serious about it. Like, do your readings week wise, cover your modules weekly, and you have to be pretty serious about it, because when they give you the certificate for the course, so if you don't give the exam, it just shows attended, and if you give the exam, then it shows your grades. So fortunately, like, their highest grade is A plus, and my results just came out yesterday and I got an A, so yay. So yeah, that, so but that looks very good on your certificate. Like, they are going to send that certificate now to my home, like this proper like degree kind of thing. They show it to you during the summer school, so it's going to be very pretty. When I get it, I'll also upload pictures of it on my Instagram, so go check them out there. So next question. I love how I'm publicizing my other accounts at this point of time. Okay, third question. Is a summer school worth going? I mean, guys, after all my videos, no. I mean, are you still asking me this question? It is, of course, worth going. You make friends from all over the world. I mean, I was just telling my roommate yesterday, who's also my videographer right now, that, earlier I used to see Instagram stories from like Delhi, Chandigarh, and Jindal, which is my university. But now I see stories from like Italy, America, and, Rome, and France and London, and like from all over the world, basically, because now I have friends from all over, and so exciting that the next time I visit any country, I would literally have friends of my own there, and I can meet them and they show me around. And of course, the other academic perks, like the tag of LSE on your CV, and then of course being on a scholarship, even like takes it to a higher level. And the kind of people you meet, the kind of exposure you get, of course, it is worth it. Okay. Um, Next question is, how is London safety wise if a girl is traveling solo? As you know, London is not safe due to recession. So, okay. In terms of women safety, I would say London is pretty safe. I have traveled everywhere by myself. I went to the university like through public transport every day. I did not take a cab ever. I always used public transport like the tube or the bus, and it was actually pretty safe even when the tube was crowded. But what I would say is, your point about recession is right, and because of recession, there are people in London who are very poor. So it does not expose you to like being unsafe on the level of being a woman, but it exposes you to be unsafe on the level of being a human, basically. So don't wear anything expensive when you go out, because thankfully nothing happened with me and my family. But there are a lot of people who told me that, their gold chains, like somebody snatched their chain, or somebody, like snatched their wallet, somebody snatched their purse, their phone. So that happens, but I won't say that, it is like a regular sight that, you would see just like thieves roaming around it the entire time. But of course, it's better to take precautions the entire time, and as they say, like, nothing is really safe if you say. But of course, it is safe. As a woman, you can be around, and just of course avoid like going to secluded places at night. That is generic rule for everywhere. Like, women are safe all over the unsafe all over the world, guys. So yeah. Okay. um was it easy for you to mix with other peers, or there was difficulty? It was easy for me to mix with peers, because I'm a very social and extrovert kind of a person. But if you are not, of course it can be difficult, and I would really advise you, if you're going for a summer school especially, you are mostly going out there to make connections. That is the entire point of you being there and spending that money, or not spending that money technically. um like, I remember I used to randomly walk into offices of people and these research centers at LSE, and some like people also used to like appreciate me for this, that, like, this is the confidence that you should have, just keep doing this in your life. And I made such like amazing connections. Just went to people, just asked them, what does this center do and what are the opportunities, and that's how I discovered even more opportunities at LSE that I don't think so like an average summer school student would you know get to know about. So be very open to whatever you want to do, because like you have to make the most of it, guys. So mixing with it is slightly difficult when it comes to language barrier, but everyone understands like English more or less. So yeah. Okay. LSE halls or Airbnb? um this it's a difficult question for me to answer, because I was living in a hotel, because I was there with my family. And but generally I would suggest you LSE halls because I think they are at a decent price, and plus they offer you very good connectivity to the university. I had friends who were availing the LSE halls, and their breakfast, they told me that it was very good as well. And LSE halls का एक और benefit ये है that you get to connect with people, like other people as well, who are living with you. So I kind of missed out on that experience, but anyways I could not have it because I was traveling with my entire family. Okay. When we have to apply for the same LSE summer school and when should we book our halls? When you should apply, I have covered in my previous videos. And when you should book the halls, that is something that I don't know, but I am sure that you need to book it like way prior because it gets out like super quick. Everybody wants the LSE halls. I did not want it, so I didn't do the bookings and all. But at least target at something like 6 months before you go. UK visa process. When should we apply for it? How much time will be required in it? Again, 6 months. Generally, when you apply for the visa, it will take like 3 to 4 weeks for the visa to process and come to you. But why I'm saying 6 months is because it's good to just get over with the paperwork like well in advance. It just gives you a kind of mental stability and security that yeah, okay, my visa is there now. I just have to like take a flight and go. So just like apply it like 3 to 6 months before you go. At least like 3 to 6 months is 3 months is like the minimum time you should apply for visa before you go. How was the staff and everyone in LSE? They were super helpful, super happy, and amazing. Even like the other staff, like security and everything at LSE is very friendly with you. And it's good, yeah. What about Spark events? Good question. I've covered it on my LinkedIn as well. I have covered, like, written down about all this on a lot of my LinkedIn posts. You can go check them out as well. But Spark events are basically to help you with your professional development, and they are an additional thing that I think only LSE offers you, wherein there are people who come to tell you about how to better your professional development, like your CV, or how to make the most of your internship, or how to write cover letters. And those sessions are super amazing, but they are like between your classes, so it can get pretty hectic at times, but do attend them. So you're only there for 3 weeks. Even if you get tired, don't get tired, guys. London will give you the energy to survive and sustain.